Ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe it. I've been broadcasting up here for about an inning and a half or so without knowing that it had been disconnected. Had to reconnect to a new broadcast. So let me fill you in on what's been missed, and boy, has it been probably the most crucial part of the season for the Chinooks to this point. I'll fill you in. Plunkett reaches, Davis Beavers out, Saunier walks, Weaver walks. That brings up Will Kelly facing a new pitcher. 3-1 home to Maddox. Ryanton on the ground. That's going to move Lawrence up to third, so that's the second out of the inning. Will Kelly stands in. We're down 4-3, and Kelly promptly plops one over the right field fence for a grand slam. So now the Chinooks, who were down 4-3, are now up 7-4. Boy, what an inning this has been for the Chinooks to this point. So 2 outs in the inning. Glad to see that the stream actually works. So if anybody tunes in really late over there down in the lower 48, you can see this thing. It's 0-1 to Ryan Matheson. Matheson with a couple of walks. Looking to get his first hit in 5 games. The 0-1 home with 2 outs is in there for strike 2, 0-2. Boy, good to see a stream working. I don't even know what I really did to fix it, but now it's fixed and it looks like it, knock on wood, it's here to stay. So 0-2, 2 away. 7-4, Chinooks lead. Will Kelly grand slam in the inning. The 0-2's flipped over to the right side, now to play foul. To Ryan Matheson. Well, this is the best look we've had at this ballpark all season long. Under the lights, cloudy night, 0-2 with 2 away. Lawrence over there at third. 4 runs have come to score in the inning. Opportunity for another good block there behind the plate by Harding. It's 1-2 with 2 outs. So if this lead stands, James Aaron, I believe, will be the next pitcher. But as of now, Harrison Clifton is the pitcher who's in line for the win if the Chinooks can hold on to this one through the next 4 innings. 1-2 is lifted a mile high into the air. Racing back behind shortstop's Camarillo. He's called off by the left fielder Weiss, who puts it away for out number 3. So it's a fly out to left to end this inning. 7-4 Chinooks lead after the Will Kelly grand slam gives this team the lead in a big way. Bottom 6 coming your way. Looks like we're going to have a new pitcher here to start the 6th. I'm not kidding you. This is the first time all year that the stream has worked this well to where they can see what's happening on the field here. That was a loud shout off Kelly's bat, too. Yeah. Earlier, I was connected to my hotspot, and it just wouldn't turn on at all. So I just tried it one more time, and I guess it works now. I'm energized now. We're winning. What a change. So bottom 6 about ready to get underway. This microphone back out there for everybody. pitcher to tell you about is Harrison Clifton's time with the Chinooks is now officially in the books. James Aaron on the mound now here to begin the 6th inning of this 7-4 Chinook lead. Aaron entering the game with the lead for an opportunity to hold on to it. His first assignment is to face Johnson. As the first one's inside. A ball, 1-0. This might be Grant Weiss, actually. 1 ball, no strikes. Aaron's 1-0's just downstairs. It's a ball, 2-0. So this first place Pilots team having to come back a little bit here. Mentioned earlier, they dropped 2 to the Peninsula Oilers here at home in a doubleheader the other night. Second game, 1 extra innings. That ball set on the ground off to Kinzel. Picks it up on a couple of hops to throw to Matheson up the line, but a good job to hold on to the bag for out number 1. That was Brian Webb, who was retired. 4-3 putout. Troy Harding steps in from the right side. Harding 1 for 3, singled a couple of groundouts at this point. Check that, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout. Looking at Brian Webb stats. Pilots have lost those, mentioned those last 2 games. Those are the last 2 games this team's played. Still got a game and a half lead in the division as that's swung on and missed, 0-2. They're up a game and a half on Matsu. Doesn't play tonight. Matsu's won 3 in a row. The Bucks are in 3rd. They're 8 games back, so it's really a race to the finish for only 2 teams to get that first place spot. The ball's 2 strikes, 1 out. Aaron's 0-2, good pitch just outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. That one's even more outside. Now 2-2. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors through 5 innings for this Pilots team. 7 runs, 6 hits, and they say 3 errors. I'd really only say 1. 2 twos down and away. Ball 3, so the count's full. Maybe 2. They gave Beeman an error on a very hard hit ball up the middle. That would have been a tough play. Throw was up the line a little bit, but yeah, I just, you know, in my opinion, I don't see that being considered an error. Regardless, 7 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Chinooks through 5.5 really. 3-2's fouled away. Will Kelly grand slam. Boy, did he get into that one too. Real shame that wasn't on the broadcast. Very electric feeling. Probably the biggest hit of the Chinooks season at this point. 3-2 is upstairs. It's a ball. Harding walks. Number 8 hitter in the lineup. As Alex Seguin steps in. Seguin's walked and grounded out. Double play to end the 6th inning from Seguin would probably be one of the more electric things for this team all season long. One out, runner on first. That's in there for a strike in the outside corner, 0-1. Pick up attempt by Aaron, not in time. Chinooks to this point in the game, it seems like they've been outside, really, they've been in the driver's seat for most of the game. Pilots scored 2 to make it 2-1 in the 3rd, and then the Chinooks countered that with 2 more of their own in the 4th. That was then followed by 2 more by the Pilots. I would say the Chinooks have been in the driver's seat. I know they were losing there for a little while, but it hasn't been much of a For as much of a back and forth it seemed, it looked like the Chinooks have been putting the pressure on all game long. And now with that grand slam and up by 3 going into the bottom of the 6th here, double play right here really makes this thing a lot more interesting. 0-2, good breaking ball just outside. It's 1-2. One and two, another pickoff, not happening. Count's still there at 1-2. Breaking ball inside. Count goes even. At 2-2 with one away here in bottom of the 6th. Mulcahy Stadium here in Anchorage. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. That one's chopped foul off of his foot at the plate. He sends him to the deck. It looks like he'll be okay. Boy, not the fastest pace of game either. About 2.5 hours into this one. Just in the 6th inning. So Aaron comes set, opportunity to get his second out of the game. That one's it. Straight in there for strike 3 looking. As Seguin is down on strikes, Aaron picks up his first strikeout of the game. So now the top of the lineup stands in Ben Newton. Ben Newton drove in that tying run back in the 4th inning before he came around to score on the Ali Camarillo triple right after him. 2 away. Hardy can run a little bit too, despite being a catcher. So check on him again over there at first. That was ripped into center. Weaver coming on is going to get down in front of him for a base hit. So Newton now with 29 hits on the season. Second hit of the game, despite coming in late, is aboard with runners on first and second with 2 away. 2 outs, that brings up Ali Camarillo, who does represent the tying run. And in this back and forth game, it wouldn't shock me one bit if he finds his way in. Two outs, bottom 6. Aaron on the mound, checks his runner, turns, kicks, and fires the first pitch. Outside ball 1. Camarillo's got a stolen base. Also an RBI triple in this game. 1-0, just a bit inside, now 2-0. Landon Cody is warming up in the pen for the Chinooks down there down that left field line. I believe Aaron's on a little bit of a pitch count. 2-0, one's in there for a strike. It's now 2-1. Huge to get out of this inning without allowing a run to score, and with 2 outs, opportunity presents itself for the Chinooks. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 away here on the inning. Aaron comes set, kicks and fires the 2-1 in, which is fouled back. Now 2-2 here in the inning. So 2 on, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces sure are wild with the number 2 hitter up at the plate. Aaron comes set, gets a sign. Biggest pitch of the game outside, ball 3. Good job there by Beavers. Intensifying the inning a little bit more. Runners will be off on the pitch. Chinooks under the lights for the second time this season. Won't be the last time. We come back here for a couple of games next week. Both 7 o'clock starts. Which means that we will be under the lights for those two. 3-2 with 2 away. Hines kicks and fires. Runners off. The ball's hit on the ground out to second. Kinsel picks it up. The throw to first is in time for out number 3. And that 4-3 putout ends the 6th inning. We head to the top of the 7th. Chinooks are on top. It's 7-4.
Bring out those red tickets. If you have red ticket number 803878, red ticket number 803878, red ticket number 803878. Please pick up these $144 is one of the tickets. Souvenir stand. Leading off the top half of 7 for the Chinooks, the shortstop in 27, Alec Beeman.
Top 7, 7-4 Chinooks lead is Beeman. Alec Beeman flips the first one out to right. Right fielder slipped and fell. Second baseman out there to put away for out number 1.
Now the second baseman from Career College, number 11, Kinsel Plunkett.
So 1 out here in the inning. Kinsel Plunkett steps in. Plunkett's been doing a good job tonight, both defensively and offensively. Reached base all 3 times, make it 4 now as the diving Ali Camarillo can't corral that one. His second hit of the night. He's reached base all 4 times. Couple of walks and 2 singles.
Now batting the catcher from the Masters University.
And he's done a terrific job out there at second. So a 1-out single brings up Davis Beavers. One out, Beavers at the plate. The first pitch to him is in there for strike 1. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 pickoff attempt almost had Kinsel at first base. He's back in diving. Plunkett was kind of, I don't know if he slipped or what happened over there at first, but he almost fell before he could get back to the bag. Oh, 1, Kinsel's off. Just kidding. He thought about it. Breaking ball's in there. 0-2. Beavers 0 for 3 to this point. Reached on a fielder's choice earlier. Other than that, he's grounded out twice. 7 of 4, Chinooks on top, top 7. 1 out, 0-2 count to Beavers, another pickoff move. Really fires the thing over there. So it's 0-2, 1 away here in the inning. Love to see Beavers find a hole somewhere out there and reach base. That one's outside. Not a bad pitch, though. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Another pickoff of Kinzel. Back in sliding. One ball, 2 strike. That one's fouled off the catcher's glove. So 1-2, 1 away here in this chilly night in Anchorage. Sun's starting to really go down now. It's past 9:30, almost 9:40 local time. 1-2 is in there for strike 3. Beavers down looking. It's for out number 2, and Alexander Saunier, who had a big hit earlier, came through with runners in scoring position and drove into. Had 2 RBI single. He's reached base again with a walk right after that. Time's called. They're going to... It looks like Hiraki's night is over. So we're going to have a new pitcher to tell you about after we get back. 7 of 4, Chinooks on top. Plunkett's over there at first with Alexander Saunier up to bat after this pitching change.
Now pitching for the Pilots, out of Cal State Anchorage, number 4, Brady Hiraki.
So top 7, 2-way Alexander Saunier is going to be the first to greet Braden Hiraki. Hiraki, pretty firm fastball from that left side. 9-hitter Alexander Saunier. And now it might just be 3 batters that Rocky faces. Lefty, 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 9-1 and 2 as Rocky pickoff attempt to Kinzel, nothing happening. So 2 outs here in the inning. 7-4, Chinooks lead. Another pickoff at Kinzel. They're real worried about him over there. Sonye, that big 2 RBI single earlier, kind of sparked this offense a little bit, to be totally honest. That one's in there for a strike. It was 2-1. Pilots were up, and then 3-2 after Zand shoot that one through the hole to the right side. Shot that one through the hole to the right side. Gave him the lead. Sparked that dugout over there. It's cold. They were not playing particularly too well to start. Kind of sent some warmth and some energy into that dugout down that third baseline for the Chinooks. See if he can keep it going. 0-1. There's been a couple of pickoffs. Now Rocky's going to have to tie his shoe. So for the slow-moving game, we're trying to delay the inevitable even more. We have 2.5 more innings to go. So 0-1, 2 away. 7-4 lead. Waved at and missed. 0-2. This is the latest the Chinooks have had a lead since before July 4th. Going to have to go back to that doubleheader here. That was down the foul line, racing over Sfatzelli into a slide. Oh boy, almost came up with an incredible catch down that line. Last time I mentioned July 4th, the Chinooks have won since then. The last time they did have a lead was in Kenai. It was game 1 of the Peninsula Oilers trip, which was July 7th. Since then, no lead has gone past the 5th inning for the Chinooks to this point of the season. 0-2, 2 outs. Rocky's going to try another pickoff attempt, nothing doing. Just wearing Kinzel out over there at first base. Kinzel does have a big lead, but not too much I'd be too worried about. 0-2, 2 away. Kinzel's really playing with him over there. 0-2 Holmes, chopped on the ground to the right side. Sonye can run. It's going to be after tough play. Seguin picks it up with his glove, tosses it with his hand, and it's out number 3. So that's the third out of the inning. It's a 4-3 put out, and we head to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch, though. It's stretch time, and the Chinooks have the lead. It's 7-4 here in Anchorage.
In the top half of the 7th, no runs scored, no errors were scored after 6 innings complete. Chinooks 7, your Rockets 4. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Chinooks, Carlton State, number 17, Landon Cody.
Bottom set of 7, excuse me. Here we go. Is Landon Cody's on the mound. Cody might be asked to finish this thing out. Timothy Watkins is available, so is Kalen Haynes. 9 outs to go, though. Landon, if he's all locked in, he could find himself getting a 3-inning save. First pitch from Cody. It's outside. It's ball 1 to Caden Kendall. 1 ball, no strikes. That one's in there for strike 1. It's 1-1. One's ripped out to center. Is that going to get down? It will. Out in front of Weaver. It's a leadoff single for Caden Kendall. Here to start the bottom of the 7th for the Pilots. Cole Fontanelli steps in. Leadoff man over there at first. That one's hit on the ground out towards Matheson at first. They're going to try a double play. 3-6-1. Did they get it? No, he didn't. The return throw not bad. Good defense out there by the Chinooks. Landon Cody showing off his athleticism with the stretch over at first, but to no avail. So they do get the lead man, which is a fielder's choice for out number 1 here in the inning. Thought they might have had an opportunity there. Tough play, and they almost got the chance. So 1 out in the inning. Grant Weiss steps in. That one's outside. Beavers blocks it. Runner goes. The throw down is in time. Davis Beavers with a great play behind the plate to scramble to get it, and a good tag by Kinzel gets him at second for out number 2. Good job there by Davis, and that's 2 outs here in the inning. Boy, what a play, and the Chinooks are playing for something tonight. It's 7-4 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Cody comes set, kicks and fires in that pitch. That's hit off the end of the bat. Kinzel out there at second. The throw to first. He's got him. Good job. Oh, my goodness, they called him safe. Wow. So no argue. From my angle, Kinzel's throw did pull him a little bit, but I didn't think he pulled him like that. We saw a play earlier where I thought for sure that he was off the bag, but they didn't call it, so that is going to be an error. 4th one of the game for the Chinooks. I'm just getting a little excited. I thought that was it. The ball kind of ate up Kinzel a little bit out there at second. Sixth play of the game for Kinzel out there. One was an error for him. The first pitch is a strike to Johnson, who's in there for his 4th at-bat. Spit outside, makes it 1-1. Ball, 1 strike, 2 away, bottom 7. That ball's lifted in the air out to right center. Racing back to the right fielder, center fielder Ben Weaver. Looks like he's got a read, and he does. Good play out there near the track. Ben Weaver puts that one away. Good job covering a lot of ground out there in center. And just like that, this inning's over. 7-4, Chinooks do have the lead. They hold on to it there as we head to the 8th inning. Chinooks 6 outs away from a victory here in Anchorage.
With the conclusion of the game approaching, when the game ends, only the players and coaches are allowed on the field. No fans allowed on the field after the final finish. Thank you for your cooperation.
So top 8, top of the lineup for the Chinooks is it's 7-4. Chinooks lead. Ben Weaver steps in. Weaver at this point is 0 for 2, but has reached base a couple of times with a walk. Leading off the 8th inning, first pitch, weird swing, 0-1. Kind of a half-hearted attempt. Nothing in 1. Seven to 4, Chinooks lead. 0-2 now as Weaver waves and misses at that one. One and 2. Here to the leadoff man, Ben Weaver. 7 hits aside, 7 runs for the Chinooks. 1-2 is a good breaking ball. Got Weaver froze. Front door breaking ball, out number 1. Good pitch there. As here's the man of the hour, Will Kelly. Kelly has been the absolute difference in this game. 7-4. They were down 7-3. Will Kelly came up his last at-bat and promptly sent it over the fence for a grand slam. Will Kelly's first homer of the season. You don't see many home runs to the right side at this place either. First pitch up and in, ball 1. That was a man's man home run if I've ever seen it, too. Loud swing. I think he might have knew it, too. Right fielder kind of gave up on it early. 1-0, 1 out. That one's upstairs. Now 2-0 to Kelly. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out here in inning number 8. Will Kelly stands in. Wind the kick, the pitch. That one's flared off to the left and out of play. 2-1. No. If we can hold on. 7-4 is in no way, shape, or form a comfortable lead. But if we can hold on to this lead here, we will have beat everyone in the league at least one time this season. Beat Matsu early. Beat the Oilers early. 2-1 home. Almost fell out of my chair. It's 3-1. We beat the Bucks. And now this will be the 4th out of all 5 teams. Of course, you can't beat yourselves. So all 4 teams will have been beat if they can hold on to this one. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the inning. That's inside ball 4, and Will Kelly's aboard. Here with an out in the inning. So with 1 out, Jack Lawrence steps in. Lawrence followed up the grand slam with a ball off the wall and left. Almost went back to back. Now with an opportunity, with 1 out in the inning, to push across a couple more runs. One's chopped to the ground foul. It's now 0-1 to Lawrence. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 8th. That pitch is downstairs, blocked behind the plate. Kelly's going to go. The throw from the catcher is not in time. Off the back of Kelly's foot and dribbles out into right. He won't advance, but he does get to second to remove the traditional double play here with Jack Lawrence at the plate. "58 degrees is our temperature here in Anchorage. Cloudy, it's been raining all week long. Rained off and on tonight. It's held off for most of the game. Wind has died down too, so it's made things a little bit more manageable out there on the field. 1-1. Rocky checks his runner. The pitch is just off the outside corner for a ball. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pickoff attempt to second. Did he get him? No. Back in safely. Good job there by the Pilots to run that daylight play very well. So it's 2-1. Jack finds a hole somewhere. They'll probably send Kelly. At least I would. 7-4 game. Kalen Haynes is warming up out there in the pen. Ball's inside, gets away from the catcher. Kelly's trying to go for third. No throw because the catcher couldn't handle it. Will Kelly doing it all out there on the baseball field tonight. Good job to get that dirt ball read and get into third safely. And that has made this a lot more interesting as the Pilots are going to bring their infield in here in this 3-1 count. Maddox Ryan's on deck. So I would imagine they go lefty-lefty matchup. They do have somebody getting loose out there in their pen. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lawrence likes to swing. The ball's hit on the ground to the left side. They're going to send Kelly. The throw to the plate's in time. And Kelly is out for out number 2. Kelly knows it. He immediately says, my bad. I think he got kind of amped up. So a fielder's choice is how out number 2 gets made. And I think he does it too, laughing with Matheson. Runner on first now with 2 away. Maddox Ryan steps in. Ryan's got plenty of pop too. Mentioned earlier he was hitting balls left and right out of the yard during BP. Had a 2, 3, I think maybe 3 homers during batting practice. Rocky steps over to first to try and pick off Lawrence, but to no avail. Yep, pickoff attempt, almost went to the backstop. Good job there by the first baseman Webb to keep that one in front of him. Brian Webb over there. Another pickoff attempt, boy. There are plenty of pickoff attempts in this game, to say the least. Two outs. First pitch to Maddox finally. Waved at and missed. It's 0-1. Big swing there by Ryan at the plate. Oh, 1-2 away here in the inning. Long hold. 0-1 home. Swung on and missed. Gets away from the catcher. Lawrence doesn't go, and then it goes after a long pause. I don't know if he thought it was fouled off or what, but he didn't go till late. So it's 0-2. Lawrence does advance. Here with 2 outs and 2 strikes here in the top of the 8th. Three one, swung on and missed for strike number 3. Maddox Ryan's down on strikes as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's now 7-4, Chinooks on top. Bottom 8, 6 outs to go.
All food at the concession stand, hot dogs, spicy hot dogs, and pretzels half off. Go get all hot dogs, spicy dogs, hot dogs, and pretzels half off at the concession stand while they last.
So it's bottom 8. Chinooks on top, 7-4. Looking to snap that 8-game losing streak we've been on in a big way here against the first place team, the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Kalen Haynes is the new pitcher, the 4th pitcher of the game for the Chinooks. I have my sound up here. Boy, the big left-handed pitcher for the Chinooks, Kalen Haynes, out there on the mound. He's 6'7", and boy, was he an athlete, too. Played a lot of sports growing up. Just about anything he wants to do athletically, it seems like he can do. Haynes pitched 2 games ago against the Oilers when the Oilers came to town. Brian Webb steps in. Webb to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning, 7-4. Chinooks on top. Webb 1 for 3. He had a single and a couple of groundouts at this point. Turns, kicks, and fires the first pitch to Webb, and it's ball 1 from Kalen Haynes. Here to start the 8th inning. I don't know who else is really available to this point for the Chinooks. 1-0 home. That one's lifted out to left center. Racing over is Alexander Saunier, who gets there to put it away for out number 1. So a fly out to left is how the 8th inning gets underway. The 1 out away. Brings up Harding to the plate. Troy Harding, the catcher tonight, has been doing a great job back there for him, but he's 0 for 2. He's walked one time. First pitch gets away from Beavers behind the plate, not Weaver. Beavers back there behind the plate. Harding squared around, but pulled back. It's 1-0. 8-9-1 here in this inning after the first out. 7-8-9, I guess is how this lineup will look if they can get back to the top of the lineup. Harding squares around again. That one's bunted back at the screen to make it 1-1. Timmy Watkins is available tonight, battling a little bit of a sickness. So I'm not sure how effective he thinks he can be. That one just misses. It's 1-2. First pitch was a strike. I just miscounted it. Haynes turns, kicks, and fires the 1-2 home, which is waved at and missed for strike 3. And that's the second out here in the 8th inning. Boy, Haynes just came in and done his job. Harrison Clifton, again, if the lead holds, he will be in line for the victory. Pinch hitter for the Pilots. Gonna have to find out who this guy is. Big left-hander for him, as that one's touch outside. It's a ball, 1-0. That's Taryn Shigita, who pops that one up to the shortstop, Alec Beeman, who puts it away for out number 3. So don't look now, ladies and gentlemen. The Chinooks are 3 outs away from a victory. We head to the top of the 9th inning. It's 7-4. Chinooks get one more chance to tack on a couple more runs here in Anchorage. Top 9 about to get underway as we've reached over the 3-hour mark in this thing. Game started at 7:05. It's now 10:11 here local time in Alaska. Back home Central Time Zone, it's 1:11 a.m. So if you're up over there, props to you for staying awake for this one. 7-4, Chinooks on top. Ninth inning looks to get underway. Hiraki's still out there on the mound. Looks like Kalen Haynes will be the one to finish it for the Chinooks. Temperatures dropping very precipitously out here. .57 degrees. They say it feels like 57, but that just cannot be right in any stretch. So top 9 getting underway with Ryan Matheson. Matheson 0 for 2. He's got a couple of walks, but that doesn't fill the need he wants. He wants that hit in the worst of ways. Looking to end this streak he's been on of no hits in games. That one's inside. Just kidding. Strike one, 0-1. Winds died down. It was blowing in from left center-ish for a long time tonight, until about an inning and a half ago. 0-1 to Matheson. It's in there, strike 2 now. Matheson's in a bit of a hole. It's 0-2 with nobody out in the inning. All season long, it's felt as if the Chinooks can get the hits. Plenty of hits to go around for the Chinooks, but haven't been able to capitalize on scoring chances at all. There's been multiple games where we've scored 2 runs and had 12 hits. Tonight, 7 runs on 7 hits, so a much better ratio on runs per hit. One's outside, even the count up at 2-2. Beautiful night if you can watch it from home inside your warm heat. I guess if you're anywhere except Alaska, you're going to have the AC on. 2-2's fouled away. Very good view for everybody who's watching it back there. 7-4, 9th inning. Chinooks on top. Opportunity awaits him in the bottom half to end this thing. Rocky turns, kicks, and fires a 2-2 in, which is into center field. Is that going to get down? No. Man, oh man, Matheson can't buy a hit, but much better result there as he lines out to center for out number 1 in the inning as Alec Beeman steps in. Beeman 0 for 4. Looks to get off the schneid a little bit. 1 out here in the inning. Araki's first pitch to him's in there, strike 1, 0-1. Everybody's on the top step for the Chinooks tonight. Last win was July 5th. July 7th, I believe. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That one's lifted in the air to center. Kittle took a step in, having to retreat a little bit, and puts it away for out number 2 now. So 2 outs here in the inning, 2 outs to the center fielder. Skensel Plunkett steps in. Plunkett's been a very bright spot in this lineup side. Reached base all 4 times, 2 singles and a couple of walks. Two outs here in the ninth. First pitch to Plunkett outside. It's a ball. It's 1-0. Yeah, so that last win was the 7th. First game of the 5-game set with the Peninsula Oilers. As that's down low, it's a ball, 2-0. Here with 2 outs in the inning. That's just inside. 3-0 to Plunkett. So he's in good shape to reach base for the 5th time tonight. And boy, what great strides this guy has made in this season. It seemed like early on the game was sped up a little bit, and he's gotten comfortable pretty quickly as he's gone on. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 away. That's in there for strike 1. 3-1, taken all the way with 2 outs in the 9th inning. If he can reach, Davis Beavers will be on deck. Three and one to Plunkett. That one inside ball 4, and Kinzel doing a great job reaching base for the 5th time in this one. 3 walks and a couple of singles for him, and now Davis Beavers looks to get on base for the first time here with 2 outs in the inning. Pickoff attempt, who would have guessed? Kind of a tough angle. They really think Kinzel's going to run over there. And to my knowledge, from what I can remember, I don't think Plunkett has a stolen base on the season. First pitch fouled away. He's got 1 stolen base on the season. So they are really hoping he can take off for another one. 0-1s downstairs, 1-1. Rocky liked it. Didn't get the call. It's count even now. He's trying to step across his body to get Kinzel leaning one way or the other. The problem with that is he's leaning very heavily on that box situation that could be called, that 45-degree angle. That one's a ball downstairs to make it 2-1. So now it's 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning to Beavers, who looks at a ball that's got to be down. It's 3-1. That was right over the heart of the plate. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Davis Beavers at the plate, who's 0 for 4, looking to get on base to get that runner into scoring position. That was ripped to third. Good hard line drive, but a good play over there at third base. 4 out number 3. So Beavers is retired on the line out, but we head to the bottom of the 9th inning where the Chinooks are 3 outs away from their first win in a couple of weeks. 7-4, Chinooks on top here in Anchorage.
Only players and coaches are allowed on the field. Please, no fans. No fans allowed on the field at the end of this game. Thank you for your cooperation.
So bottom 9. Pilots are down 7-4 to the Chinooks. Kalen Haynes back out there trying to get a 2-inning save in this 7-4 game. Top of the lineup, Ben Newton steps in. 29 hits for Newton on the season. Hanging in halfway through the game. for the injured Steven Montoya. Montoya was DHing, so they didn't really miss much. Ball bounces and got Beaver in the face mask. It's 2-0. Chinooks took the lead 1-0 in the first, then down 2-1 in the third. They answer with 2 of their own in the fourth, 3-2. Pilots tack on 2 more, bottom 4. 4-3, and then a grand slam by Will Kelly is what gave the Chinooks their lead 7-4, and to this point haven't looked back. It's 3-0 to Ben Newton, though. Still need 3 outs to get through this one. Three balls, no strikes. That pitch in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Pilots really need this win, too. The Oilers took 2 from them in a doubleheader the other night and are still holding on to that first place by a game and a half. That one's outside to Newton, ball 4. So he's aboard. In the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch upstairs to Ali Camarillo. It's a ball, 1-0. Camarillo, one of the more impressive shortstops I've seen in person. Can flat out hit, and boy, can he fly as well. Newton over there at first. He's a threat. No reason for him to run. 1-0 is upstairs, 2-0 now. Camarillo way ahead in the count here. Double play ball in the worst of ways. They do have somebody warming in the pen, the Chinooks do. I can't tell who it is. 2-0 is downstairs. Good pitch, just missed. 3-0 now. So plot's thickening. I want to say that might be Zach Philos warming up for the Chinooks right now. Hopefully it doesn't have to get to that point. 3 balls, no strikes to Ali Camarillo. That one's in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Camarillo thought it was ball 4. Pilots announcers think so too. Unless I can't see that vantage point, it looked good to me. 3-1. So Camarillo, probably the green light here, 3-1. He can swing it. He can't tie the game, but he can get on base to put some more pressure on. 3-1, here it is. That's downstairs, ball 4, and now the tying runner's at the plate. Back-to-back walks from Kalen Haynes. Let's see how quick they have the trigger on Haynes to pull him. Chris Beck, there he is, going to go talk to Haynes. I don't know what the opportunity or what the option is here. I'm sure they're just going to go calm him down. Caden Kendall will be the batter. Kendall, to this point, one of the best hitters against this Chinooks team we've seen all season. Vergara's hit 2 homers in a game against them. Caden Kendall was the first. He had a 2-run home run and a home run in the last game these two teams played against each other. Those 2 home runs were way back on last week. Was it Monday night? I almost said way back on Monday night, but that was 2 nights ago. 7-4 Chinooks lead. The tying runner at the plate is Caden Kendall. Nobody out in the inning. Runners on first and second for the Pilots. Haynes comes set. Deep breath out of him. Kicks and fires the first pitch into Kendall, which is a ball. Snap throw over to first. Matheson has to do his best catching move to block it. Gets over there just in time. So it's a ball. It's 1-0. Philo's intensifying his warm-up routine out there in the pen. 1-0, it's in there for a strike, 1-1. Kendall didn't think so. I honestly didn't either. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count's even now here in this 7-4 game of the 9th inning. This is the darkest it's been for the Chinooks to play in a game all season long. As I'm talking, you can't tell, the flags just to the left of the screen for you guys have picked up and started to blow out to left just a slight bit. 1-1 moves to 2-1. That pitch is just off the plate somewhere. It's now 2-1. Here to Caden Kendall. Kendall mentioned he can take you deep if you leave one over the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kendall. Here's the pitch. That's ripped out to left. Racing back is Saunier at the track. He's at the wall, and it's gone. A home run. Caden Kendall has tied this thing up for the Pilots in the 9th. Back-to-back walks and then a Caden Kendall blast, and it's 7-7 here in the 9th inning. Oh, boy, what a turn of events. The Chinooks had all the momentum, and just like that, it's on the other side as Caden Kendall has left the yard with a 3-run home run to tie this thing up. And don't forget, there's nobody out in the inning. Man. Caden Kendall, 3-run home run, and now first pitch swinging is Cole Fontanelli with strike 1. I knew off the bat that Kendall's ball had all the opportunity in the world to leave. The wind, literally this half inning, changed directions to blow out to left as well. So nothing in 1, nobody out, and that one's ripped out to right, out of play, 0-2. Tie game in the 9th. A 3-run home run by Caden Kendall. 3rd home run in 2 games against this squad as Fontanelli's down on strikes, finally, for the first out in the inning. So good job to bounce back. Kalen Haynes out there still on the mound with 1 out in the inning. As Grant Weiss steps in here in this tie game. First pitch to Weiss, waved at and missed, 0-1. Boy, that home run by Caden Kendall took the wind out of this Chinook team's sails, you can tell. Foul ball, 0-2. It was a tough one to swallow, that's for sure. No balls, 2 strikes is swung on and missed, so back-to-back strikeouts after the home run. Good job there by Haynes to really bounce back. There are now 2 away here in the 9th inning. So 2 outs, that brings up Johnson to the plate. It's 0 for 4 in this one. First pitch to Ty Johnson. No balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs. That ball's lifted out to right center, over there to get it. As Weaver still racing back, is actually going to get down. Kind of floated away from him, rounding second, and he's going to stop there. He's in there with a double. The runner, outfielder didn't pick it up, so into third base, he's going to run. What a miscommunication out there by the outfield, and now the winning runner's over at third base. Weaver, I thought, had a beat on it. It drops in between him and Will and Kelly. I honestly don't know what happened. The ball just, for some reason, continues to stay on the ground. I think Weaver might have dropped it. Ty Johnson looks up from second because he was just going to stay there with the double. He advances to third, and now with 2 outs, Brian Webb has an opportunity to win this thing. Boy, what a disastrous inning here for the Chinooks. Two outs, winning runners over there at third base. Swing and miss, Brian Webb. Webb's 1 for 4. Single back in his first at-bat. A lot of different ways this game can end here in this one. That Will Kelly grand slam, as incredible as it was to give the Chinooks a 7-4 lead, it's kind of gone by the wayside here with 2 outs in the 9th inning. 0-1, that one's outside, 1-1. Winning runner over there at third base. Chinooks were 3 outs away from ending that 8-game losing streak, and opportunity now for the Pilots to get a win after those 2 losses to the Oilers back on Monday. That ball's upstairs. It's now 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Winning runners over there at third base. The 2-1 downstairs. I don't know where that missed. Couldn't tell you. It's now 3-1. 3-1 to Brian Webb. 2 outs in the inning, so if they can get out of this, they can escape the big inning that would end this thing. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's in the dirt and blocked. So ball 4 to Brian Webb. And that's going to be all for Kalen Haynes here in the 9th inning. So Haynes is responsible for those runners on first and third, although that runner at first means nothing. Winning runners at third base. That looks like that's going to be Zach Philos coming into the game. We're going to step aside for just a minute before we try to get that final out of the 9th and head into extra innings. 7-7 is our score, bottom 9.
please. Now pitching for the Oilers, out of the Masters University, number 16, Zach Palos. Now batting in the pinch hitter for UC Irvine, number 23, Tom McCaffrey.
So Tom McCaffrey is going to be the pinch hitter for Troy Harding. And boy, what an opportunity for McCaffrey here with the winning runner over there at third base. 7-7 is our game with 2 outs, bottom 9. Zach Philos on the mound. The first pitch from Philos on the outside corner, strike 1. Five pitchers. This is the 5th arm the Chinooks have used in this game. Philos just hoping we can get to extra innings and maybe get something going. This runner on second rule is in effect in extras if we can make it that far. 0-1 runner goes. That one's outside. Don't know where that one missed, but the first one didn't. It's 1-1. Here with 2 away in the inning. 3-run home run by Caden Kindle. Tied this thing up at 7 apiece to begin this inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, winning runners at third, and a very irrelevant runners out there at second. 1-1, that one's ripped on the ground, just fouled on the left field line. So now 1-2, Philos has an opportunity to get this thing into extra innings. McCaffrey, the Fighting Illini at the plate. That right-handed batter's box with an opportunity to end this thing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Philos long hold, steps off before the biggest pitch of the night. The Chinooks bullpen is completely empty. There is no one available to this point. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Winning runner over there at third base. Trying to get that balk called on Philos. Wouldn't that be a way to end? 1-2. Here's the pitch. Ball's hit on the ground up the middle. Philos makes the play, and that's out number 3. So that ends the inning. Philos, the Gold Glove winner on the mound for the Golden State Athletic Conference this year, puts that line drive away for out number 3, and we head to extra innings. Free baseball if you're still tuning in. It's 7-7 going into the 10th inning of this one.
Leading off the top half of the 10th, for the Chinooks, the left fielder from LSU Eunice, number 10, Zan.
So top 10, here we come. Extra inning baseball here from Mulcahy Stadium. They do start with a runner on second base here in extra innings. With an opportunity, Zayan Sotny is going to drop one down the third baseline. Good job there by Zayan. The throw gets off the glove of the first baseman. Over, there's the throw home. The throw's not in time. Zayan Sotny comes through in a big way. Making things happen, and the Chinooks have the lead. Is 8-7. Sotny drops that one down the third base line. The catcher First play of the game. Welcome to the game, Tom McAfee. The throw off the glove of the second baseman. Good job there by Beeves to be aware. Hustling in from third base. Beats it out, and now it's 8-7 with a runner on first here in the 10th inning. So that'll go down as an error, but that's completely fine. And now the top of the lineup, Ben Weaver steps in. 8-7, nobody out. Weaver drops one down, but that's foul, 0-1. Boy, what an electric start to the 10th inning. Man, McAfee comes into the game with 2 outs and the winning runner on third base. Lines out to the pitcher. And then the first pitch he's in as catcher in the game is dropped down, and he's got to make a play. What a tough start in the cold. Ball drops down in front of him. Good job there by McAfee behind the plate. McAfee goes to UC Irvine. That eye fooled me. I thought he was fighting Illini. Actually, I knew it as soon as I said it, too. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. 8-7's our score. Chinooks on top yet again. Wyan to kick the pitch. That one's outside. Now making it 2-1. This is officially a night game. First one of the season. It's Isaac Otaveros out there on the mound for the Pilots right now. Woods in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Otaveros, this is his first appearance of the summer. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. Foul back. Just kidding. I thought he swung and missed the way he was reacting. It's hard to tell. I've got this window shut to keep me warm in here, so it's hard to hear some of the things you guys might be hearing on that crowd mic that I've got set up out there. So 2-2 with nobody away. Leadoff hitter Ben Weaver's at the plate, who's been really hot this summer, all summer long. 2-2, waves and misses at that one. Otaveros gassed him up for out number 1 in the inning. So Weaver's retired, and Will Kelly steps in, and now up 8-7. Talk about that grand slam a little bit more. Went yard way back in the 6th inning of this one. Out to right field, where this part, not many balls get hit out to that side of the field. Pickoff attempt from Otaveros. It's nothing doing. Will Kelly's 1 for 3, grand slam, and 2 walks. Pickoff attempt on Sagne, nothing doing. Sagne can run. Sharks do have somebody warming up down there in the pen. Won't imagine they'd stray away from Philos. It's bunted down third baseline, more towards that third base dugout. Foul. So it is nice to be up 8-7, but in extra innings when there's a runner on second, it almost doesn't, unless your pitching comes out and dominates, which I'm hoping the Chinooks do. 1 run doesn't seem like much. That ball's lifted into right. Right fielder came in eventually and lets it drop in front of him. That's another knock there for Will Kelly. As Kelly's got himself aboard yet again. Good game here for Will Kelly. Grand slam, single in extra innings. How about that? And now with 1 away, Jack Lawrence steps up. And Lawrence can absolutely leave the yard. Mentioned earlier, Lawrence doubled off the wall right after the grand slam. He's also had an RBI single in this game. That single came way back in the 1st inning of this one. Pitch outside from Otaveros. It's a ball. It's 1-0. I don't know how much more pitching either one of these teams have. Chinooks have an off day tomorrow. Then we play the Pilots yet again on Friday. So pitching's going to be depleted in every fashion for both sides. 1-0. That one's outside. It's the ball. It's 2-0. I guess Timmy Watkins could start on Friday, all depending on how he feels. But outside of him, every pitcher that is going to be with us the rest of the season has been used tonight. Aaron, Cody, Kalen Haynes, Zach Filos. So James Aaron, Landon Cody, Kalen Haynes, and Zach Filos have all been used. That ball's in the dirt. It's 3-0, so the plot thickening on Ontiveros here. Harrison Clifton, who started this game. Mentioned going home tonight. What a fun way to end your season as well. Extra inning affair. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out here in the inning. Green light, Zach. It's in there, strike 1. Jack didn't like it. So I am getting confirmation that is Austin Young warming up. Austin Young, former Fresno State commit, Masters University catcher, is getting loose down there in the pen. I could not tell you how hard that guy throws. I guess he would be emergency. 3-1. It's inside, ball 4. And just like that, the bases are loaded for Maddox Ryan. Ryan coming in in a very important situation here in the 10th. My philosophy is here in extra innings, if you get 1, you absolutely need 2, because both teams start with a runner on second base with nobody out. So if you can move that runner over, it's almost good deal or good and done to get him in. So 2 runs are way more important. Love to stay out of the double play. Chinooks lead the league in double plays this season, well over 30. Ball's first pitch fouled away, 0-1. Maddox Ryan did go yard 7 times in the spring semester out at Penn State Harrisburg. Very sweet swinging left-hander at second base, DHing tonight. He'll be finishing up his last year out there at Penn State this next season. 0-1's over. They're going to go for the double play. 3-4 to the pitcher. He doesn't get it. The return throw's not in time. Maddox Ryan busted it out of the box and beats it out, and now it's 9-7. Chinooks have a 2-run lead. Fielder's choice RBI. And boy, what a disaster that would have been if they got that double play. That would have ended the inning and only gotten 1 run. So with 2 outs in the inning, runners on the corners, Ryan Matheson steps in. Maddox Ryan was out, now Ryan Matheson at the plate. And boy, this is the perfect time for Matheson to break out of that cold spell he's been in here of late. Two on, 2 out, 2 in the inning. Ryan Matheson's up at the plate. Matheson, at one point this season, very late into the season, was leading the league in hits and average. Since that cold streak's hit, he hasn't done much. Still hitting .303 on the season as it is. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. First pitch in the dirt and blocked. It's a ball. It's 1-0. 9-7. Chinooks on top. Ball, no strikes. That pitch in the dirt, and it gets by the catcher. Run's going to come in to score, and it's 10-7 Chinooks. 3-run lead as we go into the bottom of the 10th here with 2 outs. Good job there by Will Kelly to read that dirt ball as he gets by to advance home and score that 3rd run of the inning. Maddox Ryan also advanced on that wild pitch, makes it up to second now with 2 outs. So a base hit probably scores Maddox Ryan. Can run a little bit. He is older, I will say. Give him mess around with him all the time about how old he is. 23, turned 23 a few weeks ago. 3-0 now. As boy, what a task it is to ask of your Pilots offense. to score 3 runs in the 9th inning and the 10th inning, and possibly even more here in the 10th. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. That one's in there, strike 1, 3-1. Matheson for sure thought that was a ball. So 3 balls, 1 strike here with 2 away in the inning. I'd love to see Matheson take a hack at one here. 3 ones, hit on the ground over to first base. First baseman over there, Webb's going to step on first to end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the 10th. Chinooks, for one more inning, have a 3-run lead. It's 10-7 as we head to the bottom of the 10th inning.
Top half of the 10th. 3 runs scored on 2 hits and 1 error. Your score after 9.5 innings complete. Chinooks 10 and your Pilots 7.
So bottom of the 10th getting ready to get underway here. Zach Philos on the mound still, and you can tell on the stream just out to right center to the left of that scoreboard. At about 10:53, we're almost to sunset, if you can imagine, here in Alaska. It's almost 11:05, which is sunset tonight. Zach Philos on the mound. That runner out there on second is the Pilots' ghost runner, or whatever you want to call it, is swinging and missing. It's 0-1. Tyler Seguin steps in. So you guys get to witness a very pretty sunset here in Anchorage, Alaska, late tonight. (11:07) is the official sunset out here, and you can kind of see it through the clouds out there. Nothing in one pitch is downstairs. It's a ball. It's 1-1. Zach Philos has been everything the Chinooks could have asked for out of a pitcher all season long. Had an opportunity to play indie ball a few weeks ago, decided to stay with this team before taking his pitching coach job out in Ohio. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Is that ball downstairs? 2-1. So Philos has Seguin. It's Seguin. And a good hitter's count now, 2-1. Happy you guys have all stayed with me to this point. It's been a fun one here in Anchorage at Mulcahy Stadium. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Tying runners still on deck, so neither one of these runners mean a whole lot. 2-1, check swing, fouled off, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Chinooks on top. Boy, very pretty sunset, even with these clouds. Pretty cool. I haven't had an opportunity to see much of a sunset with all the mountains we have in the way. 2-2. It's upstairs, so a full count to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 10th. Reminder that runner out there on second is the ghost runner. The phantom runner, I don't know what you call it. They just put a runner on second to begin extra innings to keep these games moving. Save arms as much as possible. Austin Young still in the pen out there for the Chinooks. I think he is the emergency arm. 3-2 to the 9-hitter in this Pilots lineup. Payoff, swung on and missed, and that's the first out. Philos gets a strikeout, and that's one out here in the inning. So the DH, Ben Newton, steps in for his 4th at-bat, and I don't think he could have imagined that on his day off that he'd be getting 4 at-bats. The switch hitting DH out of Fresno State, now hitting from the left side for the first time tonight. First time he's faced a righty all night long. First pitch with 1 out to Ben Newton is in there for a strike, 0-1. Newton's reached base all 3 times to this point. 2 singles. He has an RBI, and he's walked as well. Nothing in 1 out. That one's hit up the middle. Is that going to get by? Beeman into center field at will. That runner's going to round third and score from second base. It's an RBI single, and Ben Newton doesn't want to go home just yet, as it's now 10-8. Newton's got his 3rd hit of the game, and he's got 2 RBIs coming off the bench. Wow, what an incredible night. 3 for 3, 3 singles, 2 RBIs, and a walk. 8-10 game now with 1 away as Ali Camarillo steps in. Shortstop here for the Glacier Pilots. Has an RBI triple. Has walked as well. One for 4 at this point. First pitch swinging is Camarillo. It's out of play, 0-1. 56 degrees outside. Nothing in 1 out. Camarillo at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 2. It's now 0-2 to Ali Camarillo with 1 out here in the inning. Double play is not a sure thing. Camarillo can fly. He is the tying runner. And the big man, Caden Kendall, is looming behind him. No balls, 2 strikes. Zach Philos on the mound. He comes set. Kicks and fires the 0-2 in, which is just off the black on the outside corner. It's a ball. It's 1-2. Good pitch there by Philos, but he doesn't get the call. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the 10th. Time called by Philos on the mound. Takes a step off and takes a deep breath. One and 2 with 1 away. Real fouls that one back to the screen, so we'll have to do it again here with 1 out in the inning. Easily the best game of the season to this point for the Chinooks, and I think it'll be pretty hard to top this one. A grand slam, extra innings, a 3-run home run ties it. Chinooks score 3 more in the 10th. And at this point, the Pilots only have 1 in the bottom of the 10th. Pickoff attempt at first. Nothing doing. That would have been huge if we could have picked him off there. 2 a.m. Central Time, 3 a.m. Eastern. If you're on the East Coast, staying up to watch this one, thank you. Central as well, and basically anywhere except Alaska. 11 o'clock is still pretty late. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the inning. 1-2 to Camarillo, just off the outside corner. It's 2-2. Confirmation from the other press box. This is now a 4-hour-long game. Game started at 7:05. Now 11 o'clock. 4 hours. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the inning. Ball's chopped to the ground. Foul. Camarillo doesn't want to go away. It's 2-2. So Camarillo staying alive with 2 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out in the inning. Philos is the last pitcher who's going to give in and give him one over the plate. Newton stays put at first. That ball's fouled away. Another one by Camarillo, so he'll stay alive. And we'll have to do it again here at 2-2. Boy, in my opinion, of course, the Chinooks have a 2-run lead. But in my opinion, I think the winner of this at-bat goes a long way in deciding how the rest of this inning goes. Philos can get this guy out. All momentum is on the Chinook side. Camarillo can work his way on, and anyway, we have something brewing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. We'll do this again. Philos, deep breath, turns, kicks, and fires. That ball's hit on the ground up the middle. Kinsel up to second. The flip to shortstop. The throw to first. Did he get him? Oh, yes, he did. Chinooks win it. A 4-6-3 double play. And just like that, the Chinooks have snapped an 8-game losing streak and have won an extra inning affair against the Glacier Pilots here in Anchorage. 10-8's the final. Chinooks come all the way back. What a way to end this thing. Grand slam by Will Kelly. Alexander Saunier gets the 9th inning started with that bunt. And just like that, the Chinooks have beaten the first place Glacier Pilots to this point. 4 innings of baseball. 4 hours of baseball, not 4 innings. Boy, it was way more than 4 innings. A 10-inning affair. 10-8 is our final score. Chinooks are on top here in this one. No game tomorrow, but we're back in action against this team at home. So a little bit of a rivalry here to end this season. 10-8's the final.